Good afternoon, chat. Are you prepared once again to launch yourselves face first into the fists of whatever awaiting demons there are in the darkest of dungeons? I bet you are, aren't you? But before we go anywhere, chat, before we go any further, I have many things to tell you. Many things. Possibly the darkest of things. Well, one of them is dark, the other is not. The other is a question, it is a query. I wish to pick the brains of the chatly people out there. Yes, all of you people over there. So, last time we were going through this, I was contemplating the idea of enabling a few of the mods for this playthrough. Because there's some which I think might actually serve us somewhat well in our ridiculous craziness and our general desire to murder everything. Oh, chat, you believe that the darkest secret I have is that I'm secretly female? No, chat. I have many darker secrets than that one. Wait a minute, did I just reveal? It doesn't matter. Don't question me. Stop looking at me, chat. Go away! No one wants your opinion! Yeah! Anyway, I was considering activating a few of the mods. Now, I do believe that some of them that we have, or that I have available here, may be something useful. Because we wanted to enable a little bit more of the madness of the game here. So, I do have a big stagecoach mod here, which ups the number of available slots for your general roster. So, that would be the primary reason to do that. It does kind of lower the grindy element of the game a little bit, because it will increase the number of slots of people that we can have in the barracks, but it also increases the chance of higher level characters coming along. It's not a massive improvement. I think it's just like an extra 10% for each level or something along those lines. So it kind of makes it a little bit less grindy. Now I think that one might be very useful because, well, we want to have many people to kill. And there's a lot of people in chat there who just need to die. So I think enabling that might very well give us the chance to do that. We also have the Raven Fiend, which, well, I've demonstrated that one before. It's an alternative skin to the Abominations. As well as the unofficial palette expansion. Now, those would be very useful if we enable the big stagecoach mod. We can have a little bit more variety in how people look, so that it's not quite as horrendously confusing. The other two, stacking inventory, that's just a quality of life improvement. It does actually kind of break the game mechanically a little bit, because quest items do stack as opposed to taking up separate inventory slots. So you are allowed to carry more of them and more stuff in your inventory. So that one does actually alter the difficulty of the game. The other one that we have is, of course, the Falconer class. Now, I've been messing around with the Falconer class in the other game, which I've got going, and it's actually pretty good. And I don't mean pretty good as in the character is like really good, borderline OP, clears everything, herp the derp and all of that stuff. No, it's good because the character is not particularly powerful. They're a kind of mid-range damage dealer with a lot of very interesting buffs and debuffs that it applies either to your party or to other people. There's only one ability that she's got, which I look at and think, that's a strong ability, but it's only one ability out of all of them. That's it. And I think every class has one ability that's like, yeah, that's really strong, like, compared to everything else. So, we've got all of that. Oh, chat, you believe that I'm planning a chaticide? Maybe a little bit. The reason you're here, chat, is because you want to die over and over and over. You wish to die. Your children, you want them to die. You want your grandchildren to die. I mean, we've already got 2 generations of the Zera family. We've killed one generation, now we've got the next generation. Are they going to last long? Less reasoning and more just activating for the lulz. That is an attitude that I do approve of. So I think we're just going to go ahead and whack all of these on. Maybe I'll leave the stacking inventory because like I said, that one does actually then lower the difficulty of the game because it frees up item slots. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe I should just stick it on anyway. We're gonna just go maximum madness here. All of the madness has been enabled. I know I said I wanted to play this game as God and nature intended, but then I realized God doesn't exist and nature doesn't care. It is a cruel and harsh mistress who will fuck you over at the first chance she gets, so we're going to fight back and fight back hard. All of the things are being turned on. The dankest estate has just had a little bit of an overhaul for maximum madness. Well done, chat. You successfully named one of the characters Banana Mancer and it died. Why you gotta be like that, bro? Just because I killed you, that doesn't mean you gotta kill me. I mean, why would you be like that? It's like you're taking some sort of vengeance thing to the grave or something. I mean, just get over it, man. You're dead. We've got your children here. Look, we have your son, who is also going to die. It's great. Oh, is nature my perfect partner because she fucks over everything the first chance she gets? Yes, that is pretty much how it is. I am a very natural creature like that as well, so I think you can see some of the correlations that we've got here. Let's sort out these trinkets. Next run, obviously, we will be able to get all the extra people here. So hopefully this should kick in a little bit more here. But there you go, we've got 36 hero slots instead of 28, because I believe we were full before. Now we're not. Now we have extra space for all of the people. If I go for a new dungeon run, we will have 15 heroes that we can choose from now, as opposed to 4. I really do think that's going to be very helpful, and hopefully within there we'll have a falconer, so I can sort of show you a little bit more what they're like. So, first and foremost, we have to do the hilarious Deathwatch run. I don't think Deathwatch is going to handle bosses very well, on account of having 0 healing ability. Just, like, none. There is nothing healing ability-wise in this party. But there is a lot of murder potential because of collect bounty and mark and all of this sort of stuff. But we've got to be pretty careful how exactly we line these people up, because bounty hunters, they can serve well in all positions, but we've got to sort of make sure that everyone is where they will work optimally. So Kolnix and 02, you basically have everything which I would want a frontline people to do. We've got 2 collect bounties, which is just the murder. We're gonna have to have 3 because Koala and 02. Oh, so the Scent one and Kolnix are gonna be up front. So that's pretty good. That's what I would expect up here. We've got a stun with knockback there, and another reliable stun with some shuffle. So I'm happy with that as the front 2 rows. We've got the deeps, we've got the maneuverability and the shuffling and all of that stuff, and the marks. Okay, that's great. Position 3. Collect bounty, we are going to have that in position 3. We could have mark for death. We could actually probably set up position 3 as basically being identical to position 2. Now, things which I'm considering, instead of flashbang, we could take caltrops. Caltrops, damage-wise, it's nice. The minus accuracy and minus speed, pretty good. Gotta say that I like that, but the bleed is kind of weak. 2 points and 3 rounds. So, you know, it's 6 damage across 3 rounds. It's nice, but I'm not sure how we measure that against a stun. So, we've got all of that. The back person, well, they're gonna have a very weird time, because they are basically not really going to be able to hit things for the sake of the damage. So I'm wondering if we want 2 flashbangs, because keep in mind, flashbangs are useful because they've got they hit all 4 enemy positions. You can target it on anything. Caltrops, however, can only target the back ranks. So question, so it's a good stun, 125 base chance, good stun, versus 100% bleed, so not an amazing bleed chance for not an amazing bleed, but the debuff does make it quite valuable. So I'm not entirely sure which one we want to be going with here. Uppercut for Koala has to go. We need to give him Mark. So we're going to go and do that, and then we'll consider what our back range should do. So no uppercut, completely useless for you. Mark, however, Koala, is useful, because you can use that in position 3. So he's my kind of position 2 and 3 guy. Nice, reliable stun. Again, the ability to pull things, mark things, whack things. Great. So the back ranker, which is going to be the Scent one. Did these people change? What? They've changed place again. Why do you two keep changing place, Zera and Scent one? What is it about you people? You're doing this to just... I do believe that was my doorbell which just went. That was one of the secrets that I was going to tell you about. I am secretly awaiting a package. It shall return momentarily, chat. My terrible, shameful secret has come out. Yes, chat, I was in fact awaiting an extra large load of dildos. It's, definitely in there. We're making all of the gains like that. Supersized dildos. In fact, if I shake it out for you... Can you hear? Can you hear the dildo-y goodness in that box? I think they're probably in multiple pieces. But it is there. Anyway, back on to what we were actually doing, because that matters a shitload more. Position 4 Bounty Hunter. Can't have Collect Bounty, can't have Uppercut, can't have Finish Him, can have Caltrops, Flashbang, Come Hither, and Mark for Death. So we're going to need to grab all of those on 02. And God help you two if you swap yourselves around again, I will not be impressed. So 02, you need Mark for Death, you need the Get Over Here, and you need a Flashbang. So we're going to equip those up. Perfect, it's already gone in there. Excellent. So position 4 Bounty Hunter is kind of an unusual one then. Because basically they ensure that you're going to be able to mark something. If you want the other 3 Bounty Hunters to just be swinging away as damage dealers, you can do that. The back one can just focus on marking things. That's going to be great and really helpful for us. We've got... basically everyone has the ability to pull, so there's nothing that's going to be hiding from us here. So we've got a Flashbang there, so we've got three reliable stuns that can hit everything. We can potentially basically chain lock an entire team here, if we so chose to do that. And then we've got only one person with Caltrops. That's why I'm wondering, do I want maybe for the position 2 or 3 to maybe drop one of the hooks and take a second person with Caltrops? Because that way, we could potentially actually stack up quite a lot of bleeds on the back rank. But considering how it is at the moment, I kind of want to just keep maximum reliable stuns like that, because I think that's going to be kind of nice and a little bit more helpful. sort of in some capacity, because we're going to be able to basically stun lock things, and I like the idea of just stun locking an entire row of enemies and just letting the front one absolutely go to town and just totally wreck them. So this is going to be the Deathwatch. We are going to send them in. Where are we going to send them to? That's good, because that gives us an in-town event. Do we have anything that gives us town events? Yeah, you're not going in for those. I don't trust you. So let's see what we've got. Portraits. Well, we need portraits. We need everything this way. Got a nice abomination trinket there, and a town event. That's kind of good. More portraits. We don't have a Houndmaster, so... Do we have a Houndmaster? Did we get one? I don't remember getting a Houndmaster, so we don't have one, so that won't be very useful. That one, Deeds, and a Grave Robber Satchel. It's kind of a nice one. So it goes down to Deeds or Portraits. Well, this one gives us 3 Deeds versus 2 Portraits, but we do get bonuses for the next time we go into the Warrens, if I'm recalling that town event correctly. But then we're also weighing up Short Dungeon versus Medium Dungeon. Do I trust 4 heroes with no healing ability to do a Medium Dungeon? The answer is no. I do not trust 4 people with no healers to do a Medium Dungeon. So we're going to do a Short Dungeon here, and we're going to go for this one. Because we've actually got... I believe we have a Grave Robber somewhere. Yes, we still have Jeffafar the girl. Or a girl named Jeffafar. So there we go. We can do that. We can get something useful for the rest of our team as well. So that's going to be great. So let's stock up on some stuff here. We're just going to need that. Probably won't need full 8 torches. We'll just take half a dozen of them. Although, to be fair, if it's a short dungeon, we could probably actually just say, throw all caution to the wind and do a maximum dark dungeon. I kind of feel like trying a full darkness dungeon with this because, well, it's the Deathwatch. They fear nothing, so maybe we could go for that. I'll take some torches anyway. I wanna test out this thing. I wanna feel out its strengths and weaknesses in real time. We'll grab a key. We'll grab that. Let's see. Weald. What even is in the Weald? There are poison things in the Weald, if I recall correctly. I do believe there is a use for all of those things. I believe that there is something that you can use these things for curio-wise and battle-wise. So we'll just grab one of all of those things and we're gonna bang it away like this. And hopefully that should put us in pretty good stead. So let's do this, chat. It's gonna be a wonderful thing. Let's get in there, chat. Oh, look at this. Perfect linear dungeon. I love these. R.I.P. this party, says Siegfried. I disagree. Oh. So, apparently... Fuck you, Zera. Fuck you, Zera 2. Fuck you so hard. You have taken on so many of your mother's traits. There you go. You got what you deserved. You deserved that. You truly are your mother's son. You really, really are. Oh, I'm the son of an antiquarian. I see shiny things, I must take them. Yeah. Yeah. You deserved that, bro. You deserved that.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading.
Only one holy water. I know, chat. I have only taken a single holy water. I'm basically a heretic at this point. It's terrible. I should have bought more holy water. Alright, here we go. This is a 4v4. Let's bang it out then, shall we? Let's see if we can effectively stun lock them. They've only got 25 resist each. I really want to especially stun lock the casters, because they are kind of the biggest nuisance. Because they do all of the psychological damage and shit. I kind of wish this had gone the other way. We'd have been able to mark and then stun, but I guess this is just how things land. So what we can do... punch that guy for the stun, and then we can throw a flashbang at the other one, and get some more stuns. We've stun-locked everything. Look at that. You don't see that very often in this game. Everyone just got stunned. Hey guys, we've now got a second turn. Oh no, wait, because they end that round and then we go by speed anyway. Okay. So it's going to be a bit more of a dice roll to try and stun these guys this time around. I think it is now time we just start swinging and getting the back two guys to mark things. So it's nice, it is nice that we know that we can, from a practical perspective, stun lock an entire party pretty reliably. That's good. The theory has played out in practice, that's great. But now we need to start making the murder happen, so if you can stun that guy at the back, that'd be great, just to stop him doing anything. Excellent. We should probably mark up that caster at the front so we can kill her next round, hopefully with one swing. And then we can start roping the back two in for the murder. There you go. One swing. Brilliant. So now let's see if we can get some murder happening. So do we just want to make a stun here, or do we want to drag someone forward? Stun the back caster if we can. Oh, that's great, she's moved forward. That's actually going to work out kind of okay then. We've still got one person to have a go behind that, so have Cole do the marking, and then the sent one can hopefully decapitate her with one swing again. Perfect. Okie dokie. Stun this guy again, then we can have someone else drag him in, which we don't even need to do. We can just beat him down now. You can't get that guy with the hook, but what you can do is mark him so it's basically a guaranteed kill for our one remaining bounty hunter. There you go. Okay, this team is actually quite effective, as it turns out. We've got enough crowd control to basically be pretty good here. I've got to wonder maybe whether position 2 would be better served with uppercut instead of flashbang, because uppercut would give us damage as well as a stun. So we can potentially basically put them on a treadmill with uppercuts and stun lock them to death that way. So that's maybe something to try the next time we do this. We're doing all of the theory crafting now, chat. Oh no, I wish I bought more shovels. It's fine, guys, just suck it up. You're gonna be okay. I think the sent one might lose his shit, though. I think this is gonna just turn incidentally into a full dark run. In before there's only like one other battle room and that's it. But yes, chat, this is going far better than expected. God, I really wish I just bought more of everything here. Stress though, yes, stress is a problem, but not the end of the world. This is where I really wish this guy actually had uppercut instead of flashbang. We could just be treadmilling them and stunning them while doing damage. So we'll mark one of them up. We'll stun the big hitter, if we can. Great. We can maybe execute that with one swing. Excellent. There we go. And now we can maybe go for a stun on this thing as well. There we go. We are making all of the plays happening. There we go. So now, these guys are going to have the big stun resist, so there's basically no way we're going to really be stunning either of them, so we need to basically bust them down and kill them here. So, 14 HP. We've got 3 guys. It's our 3 front guys who can do the swinging, so I don't really want to waste them marking now. I want them to just do the swinging and do the murder. Hopefully the back guy will go first here. Yes, perfect. Which means we can mark, and hopefully just go straight for a one-hit kill. Didn't happen. That's a bit unfortunate. Could have gone really, really well. Everyone really hates the sent one, apparently. See, we needed that swing a round earlier, Cole. Get your shit together.
A trifling victory. Not a victory.
That's okay, we can eat food to heal up. It's not going to be the end of the world. I should have just bought more of everything for this run. But overall, I'm Oh, can you get rid of that and deal with your stress problem? Yes, that'll help out quite a bit. Hey, we found the torch. Sweet. And the torch sconce contained busts. Because of course it does. Why wouldn't it? That's where I would keep all of my statues as well. In a cage. Full of fire. Seems completely reasonable. Hopefully that'll be our last battle room. It's not. There are a lot more battles in this dungeon than I would have thought that there would be. And god, I wish I had just bought, like, loads of herbs. Dark is their ally. Chill out, Zera. This is all about... You are the Deathwatch party, guys. So, relax. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go for the swings here. See if we... it's a coin flip on whether or not we stun that thing. I'll take it. If we stun it, great. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay, Zera, you kind of need to be moving back a bit here. Or alternatively, we can just have you throw the bleeds and whatnot at that person. We can get some death happening here. I think we can definitely refine this build. But I like how it's going thus far. Alright, stun the caster so she can't do anything, hopefully. Excellent. We can't even hook that thing. We can try and stun it again. It's a very low chance, but I guess we can take it. Well, that doesn't really surprise me. But we can kill it now with this other swing, so that's going to be great. Hopefully we can just swing for the murder. Okay. I got to admit, the Deathwatch is actually doing pretty well. Like I said, there's a few refinements that I'd like to make. I do think our position 2 guy should probably have uppercut instead of flashbang, because it's damage with a stun. I think that would serve us a little bit better. It means we can stun lock people while actually doing damage rather than just keeping them stun locked and at whatever HP they happen to be. So obviously we've got two sort of main aims here, which is not only crowd controlling, but you've also got to obviously do damage. It's kind of how this shit works. Alright, let's mark up some ectoplasm and go for the kill.
Another abomination cleansed from our land.
I gotta say, these guys, for all of their lack of healing and lack of stress management, they absolutely eat. They eat enemies. I suppose because we've got so many marks and so many swings that benefit from it. Give her the punch. Hopefully it'll be a stun. Perfect. Obviously, if we had a second person with uppercut here, we could just rotate them and stun them almost endlessly. I really do think that would be worth it. We've got 2 swings here. We can probably kill her with 2 swings. So close to killing with 1 swing. Okay. We've got 1 swing there. That'll definitely take that out. A high probability that she'll resist a stun here. Do we want to take the chance? We'll take the chance. Alright. We can't actually hit that one now, which is kind of annoying. Yes, we can. We can throw a hook at her and miss. Damn. The dream was not real, unfortunately. Zera, come on, buddy. You're losing your shit over nothing. Chill out. Mellow, you know? It's not the end of the world. It might be the end of the world, but... eh. You can actually try and go for a kill here, Zera. Like, out of all of the things, you can throw a hook into someone's face and kill them. How about that? It's slightly ajar, you can just shove your hands in there with no ill effects whatsoever. Zera, chill out, Broseph. You're gonna start ruining the fun for everyone else, and I do not appreciate it. when my adventurers do that. Okay. So I think the dream here is going to be murdering the back 2 ranks, pulling them forward, and then that guy maybe can't really do anything. We can go for that, or we can just go for chain stun locking again. I think we're going to try and just go for some drags and early kills here. Mark up the big guy, because we're going to have to. Clear... Oh, I was hoping for a hit for 10 there. That would have been ideal. So we can take out the front 2 guys pretty easy here. Then we've just got the big guy, and big guy's marked with 3 people swinging for collect bounty at him. He's not going to last very long. Might as well clear that guy out. Chill out, Zara. Really, bro? Really? You're going to be like that? Fine. The rest of the team will pick up your slack then. God. No, you shouldn't, Zara. Chill out. You don't need to flee, coward. Look at this. We're one-shotting a lot of things. Okay, that guy's still marked, only for 1 round, though. Refresh the mark, and then we'll drag him forward and hack him to pieces with axes. Zara, chill out, bro. Look, there, have some bandages. Alright, let's drag this guy forward. He'll probably resist, but... No, he didn't. Okay. He's marked. We just hack him with axes. Easy game, easy life.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
Zara, please, bro, come on. You have far too much of your mother in you. Far too much. You're an absolute loot whore. And while I do appreciate the loot whoring, you're making it awkward. That's all I'm gonna say. You're making the loot whoring just awkward here. There's a time and a place for it, Zara, and this is not it. Yes, Zara, your son is the new Josh. Everyone hated Josh for a reason. Now everyone hates your son. How do you feel?
gasping, taken over the edge into
Chill out, guys. We're gonna be fine. I really need you to move forward. Get back in place. We need axes at the front. Brutal axes full of murder.
executed with impunity.
Alright, we can just take those out with swings easy. Don't even need to bother marking them. These guys will need to be marked for 1-hit kills. But first, we need to kind of get them forward. So... Really, Zara? Yes, even this party hates Zara. Like, you missed. Idiot! Yeah, Zara, your son is the new Josh. Just... well done. Bounty hunters' barks when they're insane are hilarious, apparently. Alright. Let's throw some hooks and make some murder happen. Although we've only got really 1 chance here, but we kind of just need them close. We need them in range for next round. Hopefully we'll get someone to take a swing before she does, and then it's death. Boom. Easy.
This expedition at least promises
We're going to continue adventuring, if you don't mind, because there's a lovely, lovely chest here. There we go. Unlock it, collect all of the loot, and we are done. Congratulations, chat. Your Deathwatch party actually kind of worked. And like I said, a few alterations that I think we could make to it. The first 2 bounty hunters both with uppercut, because that way we can treadmill an entire enemy party with stuns and damage simultaneously, which I think would be more advantageous. It's not quite as flexible, because obviously if you've got 2 corpses or 1 double-sized corpse in the front 2 rows. Uppercut won't serve as a good stun because it can't hit all 4 positions, but beyond that, I think it was actually okay. I think we could definitely refine it, but overall, all things considered, pretty good. It's true, chat. No one died. Some people just went insane. See, chat, you gotta just have a little bit more faith in your own abilities. You see, you put yourselves down so much. What's your problem, Cole? Oh, you won't pray or flagellate or anything. How boring. Will you meditate? Oh, there you go. Zera, because just you are the new Josh and everyone hates you, we're going to send you to go and whip yourself. Because you deserve it. And also, we have to deal with your kleptomania, because just fuck that shit. We've got another kleptomaniac. You see, Kolnix didn't steal anything. It's fine. It was just you, Zera. Just you. You let the party down with this. We're gonna cure those when they get out of the Abbey. But it'll be fine. We'll sort it out. So let's see what we've got on the new people front. All of the things. This is why I enjoy that mod. It allows you to actually do stuff. Okay. So, let's sort some people by level and see what we've got on the lower level end. See if we can create anything interesting and weird here. We've got to get those Crusaders leveled up so they catch up for our glorious Deus Vault plays. I would like a pair of Highwaymen for the double point blank plays. That could be potentially fun. I also kind of enjoy the idea of a potential for Grave Robber run. So that could be an interesting one. Just for fun. We've got 3 abominations. Where are our 3 abominations? 1, 2... I'm pretty sure we have 3. I'm not just going blind. Well, I possibly am. 2, 2, 1. Okay, so we'd have to level up, I believe, Darmstadty. And then we could do our 3 Abomination Houndmaster play. So I'm kind of on board with that as an amusing thing. So let's see what traits they've got. Obsessed with Sainthood, Will Only Pray, Accuracy, and Range Skill bonus. And extra stress if the torch is on. Less stress healed, but quick reflexes. Well, I think this guy is going to be the slightly better one of the 2. And they've also got a setup more or less how I would have one set up. I wouldn't mind getting Hounds Harry as well, but I'm on board with that. We'll grab one of them, and then we'll see if we can do our Houndmaster 3 Abomination play. Oh, I could have checked that guy out. Actually, yeah, I don't think that was... I still don't think that was quite as good. Okay. There was also a maximum bleed party that I wanted to try out, which required a Hellion Flagellant, Houndmaster, and something else. Can't remember what. We were also going to try again another maximum mark party, which would be Houndmaster, Arbalast, Bounty Hunter, and one of the other things that also marks, which I can't remember what. Occultist, that was the one. How are we doing for low-level occultists, anyway? We don't have any low-level occultists, well, clearly we need to fix that. How many occultists are there available? Only 1? Well, prone to investigating the dark arts. How very thematic of you, sir.
To fight the abyss.
So I think we'll go with that. We could do potentially in the future. We could go for a 4 Houndmaster run. That sounds very interesting, actually. 4 Houndmasters. Because they'd all have lick wounds, except the front rank one. We'd have 2 people with stun, lots of bleeds to stack up, lots of targeting potential, stress management. 4 Houndmasters could be a very interesting potential one. So, that's a thing. Jester was the other max bleed. Okay, well, we have a Jester there. Okay, that's great. We could just get all of the Houndmasters and go for a 4 Houndmaster play. I think that could be fun. I'm in favour of it because it's a ridiculous, ridiculous thing to do. So we're going to do it. We're going to aim for the 4 Houndmaster bullshit round. We could also potentially aim for a 4 man-at-arms round as well and everything. We could actually just try out 4 of every hero type. I mean, that would be insane, and we'd be dismissing quite a lot of people, but we'll go with that, I think, when I'm able to get 2 at a time. I want to keep a little bit more of the roster free. I will, however, take this Highwayman as well. Because I want to have 1 in the wings for when we get another one, and then we do maximum point-blank shit. Alright, so we have many, many people that we need to name now. I can't remember which ones it was. Okay, so Ide, who fancies themselves a practitioner of the occult, chat? Yeah? Yeah? Ah. Zera has a death boner, oh dear. Please, please no death boners. Please, no. That's kind of weird. Just, no, let's not do that. We did have someone who called a Houndmaster. So, what was that? Derp the derp. I've lost it. Biggest dickus, indeed. That would be a thing. Can we even put the full thing in? No, we can't. You cannot be Sir Biggest dickus. It's impossible. There are not enough things. What we can do, however, is we can just call you Sir Dickus. Because of course, why wouldn't you? Dickus is a very refined and dignified gentleman's name, so of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? So Ide. Who wished to replace Ide? Red Eyes. That sounds more like a descriptor than anything. So that's you don't have a name anymore. This is just what people have come to know you as. Because you're weird like that. You want to have a space there? Nah, fuck it. Yeah, we will. That's it. You, much like the Sent one, your name has been lost and forgotten to the annals of time and history and something like that. Or you're just one of those really cool, edgy kids who shows up to something and is like, yeah, this is totally what people call me, and everyone's like, no, it isn't. No one calls you that. You're trying to convince us to call you that because you think it's cool. No one else actually says that. But fuck you, I'm gonna call you by your actual name just to trigger you because you're such a little edgelord. So we need, what else did we replace? We needed a Highwayman and two other dojely people. So do tell, chat, who else wishes for this? Or am I just going to be randomly assigning it? Edgelord occultist, absolutely, chat. That's all they are. They are a bunch of fucking edgelords like that, because of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? So I think I'm just going to start assigning these things for fun, because why not? Doge. Yes, chat, this is a doge. It's not a dog, it's a doge. All dogs are doges, that's how it works. You've got to deal with it. So, what are we going to have here? Just Skip, that's a kind of a weird name, but we're going to go with it. Let me guess, your thing when you go insane and lose your shit is going to be passing your turn, huh? I bet that's how it's going to work for you, right? Right? Of course it is. Okay, chat, we'll do it. Hitler's dog. There you go. It's not the handler who has the name, it's the dog. It's Hitler's dog. The guy is he's just incidental. He's purely incidental to the proceedings. And our final person that we must name is this, our highwayman. Who am I going to give to this, or am I just going to be assigning it? I think I'm just going to be assigning it. So we're going to go with that. You are, Manathin. Because, of course, you are. Why not? There was a very interesting thing on, Just Skip. As chat has suggested, we can give him a name that actually makes some sort of sense. Justin Skip. Yeah, there you go. It's the thing. There you go. Justin Skip. It actually sounds like a name now. Perfect. One day we will get the glorious 4 Houndmaster thing and everything will go absolutely terribly. But what we do get to do now is do 3 Abominations, 1 Houndmaster. I don't think they're going to handle bosses very well, especially not the Wizened Hag because of the position of the Cauldron. Although they could rage it to death, I suppose. We've got a Cove, which could be useful. What do we got here? Crusader max HP. That's actually a pretty good one. If you don't want to get diseases or anything like that. That's quite the thing. But maybe we shall send them in to fetch their own trinket here and get the Gentle Tide and lots of deeds. So we're going to go with that. So let's send in Lewis's brother and Darmstaddy. And we're going to put with that a Houndmaster. Which Houndmaster? Who cares? You're all basically the same here. Nah, that one. Just going to do it with my eyes closed. There we go. Master of Hounds. A triple abomination, single Houndmaster play. Hitler's dog is... Hitler's dog has become the Master of Hounds. I can't help but think that that's actually, that might be somewhat fitting. Just as a joke. Hitler's dog, Master of Hounds. Of course, because why the hell not? We don't have very many abomination trinkets, so I think we should probably do some of that. Get a few more of them. We'll go with that because extra trap disarm. Do I really want him to have minus 15 damage? Minus 15% damage? Probably not. Although I suppose position 4, no, I think Hounds Harry and Hounds Rush is going to be too useful to take the hit on that, so let's see what we can get here. Plus 30% healing skills. Well, this guy does have a healing skill, it just only targets him, though. Okay, biggest HP we've got is this guy up front here, so... We can totally give him a load of extra damage at the cost of a little bit extra stress. That could be okay. We can reduce that down with snake oil. Sure, why not? It means we can pass the virtue chance onto someone else. 15% max HP. Who's the lowest health abomination? We'll give that to you. You can get some extra dodge as well. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Do we have anything else that's going to be really useful? Melee skills could be handy, but if he's not going to be mutating, then no. Because he's our position 3 abomination. I think we'll go with this. I'm quite happy with this as a lineup, so we'll take that and we'll see what abilities. So what abilities does a Houndmaster need? Needs Hounds Harry. Target Whistle could be nice, but he would be the only person that would benefit, so I'm not a huge fan of that. Blackjack is useless. Lick Wounds is nice. Cry Havoc, I think, is a must. So Cry Havoc and Hounds Harry. We'll go with that. So Hitler's dog, Cry Havoc, and Hounds Harry. You're going to be needing them. As for our 3 abominations, they are all up to speed on that front. Are they all up to speed on that front? Yes, they are. Everyone's basically up to speed on all of that stuff. Alright. We are going to send Hitler's dog forth as the Master of Hounds. Let's make it happen, chat. So we've got a 66% chance to minus the stress of all of our abominations. It hits everyone in the party, so that's going to be really useful. Self-heals. Everyone has self-heals in this party, so we should have some pretty good sustain. We do have the bleeds and the hound attacks. They're not really that great. They're not going to be very helpful because this is a cove, so we're up against fishmen who have the minus bleed chance, so won't be amazing. I suppose as a result, then, it might actually be worth taking Target Whistle and just using Hound's Rush on things, because that extra 60% up front, that's not going to be modified. It's just going to be the bleed which is modified. But it just seems kind of wasteful on account of only having the one person with one attack that'll benefit from it. Okay, we'll go with this. All right, let's just bang it out, shall we? See what happens. What is the worst thing that can happen, chat? Apart from complete and utter death. We'll just take a little bit of everything here. I know there's things which involve shovels. I know there's things that involve herbs. Holy water for the little puddles. That should be great. Couple of keys, because why the hell not? I don't think there's anything that requires anti-venom down here. I don't think. Pretty sure there's not. Maybe. Could take some laudanum, because I know there's a lot of psychological damage down here to remove debuffs. We'll take a couple of laudanums. I think it's actually like the first time I've ever... We'll take a laudanum. I think that's actually the first time I've ever done that in a game. Alright, let's go, chat. No, chat, this is not animal abuse, chat. It's going to be totally fine. Chill out, guys. It's only virtual animal abuse, so it's totally fine. Nazi pug guy needs more representation in dungeon. We've got it. We are literally playing... This is literally Hitler's dog. And it's actually true, because it's literally... It's not actually... It's literally Hitler's dog. Because that's what we've called it. That's what it's written there. It is literally Hitler's dog. So there you go. Today we did something. It was potentially amusing, but no doubt some people are going to find some way of getting offended by it, because that's how people roll these days, apparently. Are there already 4 men-at-arms? One of them should be called Alex Jones, if there is. We only have 2 men-at-arms, and I am not calling one of them Alex Jones. I make it my general mission here to not name characters after IRL people, because that way it will actually... It avoids any potential problems with people trying to declare harassment and abuse and shit like that. I don't think Alex Jones would be a kind of person to do that, but you never know, chat. You never know. Gotta try and stick by some sort of standard here. Let's make all of the raking happen, shall we? Do we even need you to do the transformation thing? Nah, just whip things with chains. That'll work. Let's see if we can make them all bleed. We can probably get the humans too, not so much the fish. I don't know, we got one of the fish to bleed. Pretty good. Make some more raking. Alright. I think we are doing, we're going to do okay with this team, I think. There's a lot of straight up front DPS here. Alright, so I think these people are about to die now. Possibly quite horribly. Do I want to just harry them both? Yeah, let's see if we can get some bleeds. Of course they both resist. But I'm pretty sure our remaining abomination will just rake them to death. I can't wait for someone to, the potential for some idiot to realize that I'm saying the word rake here, as in with a K, and yet still try and tell people or convince them that I'm actually saying saying rape with a P as opposed to that. I can foresee something like that happening at some point. Because people be dumb, yo. See if any of these are, quest things. They're not. Alright, well I guess we're gonna go one way and then the other. You wanna touch the fish? Touch the fish. Boom. Ooh, who has big stress? You have big stress. And you've got extra trap disarm. Sweet. I think we're gonna need to, do a little bit of the... chill out, guys. Relax. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of the, Hound Master stuff. The stress relief for the next thing. Journal pages, who even cares? It's not even a thing. We could touch that fish, but I have no desire to, because I don't have the appropriate herbs. Please tell me that there is at least... oh, a secret door. Perfect. Oh, sweet. I picked the right way. There are 2 wards this way, which will actually give us all 3, which means we will have completed our mission. Glorious. No, you shouldn't run. Absolute cowardice. I shall not stand for it. Just because the situation is a little bit stressful. It won't be soon. The dog is about to sing to you in that soothing capacity that only dogs can. There you go. Do you not feel suitably de-stressed by the fact that the dog just howled in your face? Is that not just the most relaxing and soothing thing that could possibly happen to you?
Annihilated. Remind yourself that
No, we don't really need that food.
and insidious killer.
You can eat a bit of it, I guess. But, yeah, okay. Any of these debuffs really matter? Should probably use some laudanum in the next fight just to get rid of them. At least so we free up an inventory slot, if nothing else. Alright. Now let's be frustrated at how I can't loot all of the things that I want to loot.
Task well performed.
Okay, I'll hold on to keys in case of other curios. We can get rid of some dog biscuits, because who gives a shit. Otherwise, what might not be useful anymore? You know what, I'm just gonna... Actually, I don't need the, camping supplies either, because we're gonna complete the mission at the end of this, little branch, so... not necessary. Okay. Makes life easy. Okay, let's start whipping out a stun on the major damage dealer that they've got in the party there, because screw those guys, and we're gonna let the raking begin again. It's very effective. And then we're going to have the dog soothingly howl in your ears again. Assuming he doesn't go completely insane. He's just gone completely insane, probably. Hitler's dog is irrational and the master of hounds.
To madness.
Honestly, you couldn't write this stuff. You could not write this stuff. So very many jokes that can now be made. Quite correct, chat. Make America rake again. Absolutely. The rake of Nanking. How many rake jokes can we come up with, chat? Go. That's your mission while I'm finishing off this dungeon. Let's spread some blight. Sure, why not? How many horrendous rake jokes can happen? It's basically any rape joke, but replacing it with rake. And that just instantly turns it into an amusing abomination joke. You can just howl at everyone again, Doge. There you go. Try and sort out some stress. I don't think that buff's going to help you somehow, buddy. I think you're still going to die. Jeez. Hitler's dog is also slightly paranoid about the competition between the leadership roles in his life, and keeping them all a little bit paranoid and a little bit in competition with each other, apparently, because some of them are in on plots against him. My god, all these jokes these jokes about Hitler's dog, they write themselves. They really, really do. Requires basically no input from me here. All of the things, I want them.
So too will resistance.
Okay. Torches, don't even need you anymore. We're happy to fight in the dark. Laudanum, let's be honest, we're not going to use you. I'd rather have the money. Food, who gives a shit? Okay. Unlocked strongbox. Let's not use a key on it, because it's unlocked. I shall remember that.
Trinkets and baubles.
And we can take all of the things.
Or in blood.
We've got 2 more fights. Who even needs torches for 2 fights, chat? It is true, chat. Rake is a social construct. It's completely how it works. And if you shout surprise, it's not Rake. Absolutely. Absolutely true. So, I guess... surprise? It wasn't Rake. Can't say anything, can't prove anything. Let's whip the jellyfish with a chain. A very well-known weakness of jellyfish there. If you whip them with a chain, they, it definitely does a lot of damage to them. It's one of their major weaknesses. Teach abominations not to rake. Quite right, chap. Quite right. Look at these rakey toxic beasts. Teach them not to rake. We can't have people going around being scared of abominations. As an abomination, you need to accept that you are a potential rakist. That one goes 2 ways, because potential rapist and racist. So there you go, we've got kind of a double play there. As an abomination, potential rakist. Absolutely. Oh, I do want deeds. What do we have that's not very valuable? We could get rid of the key. Well, we can see what that curio is, and the quest location won't have anything else in it, so we will not need a key. Logically. It's just me working things out by a little bit of observation. There wasn't even a fight in here. Okay, great. We did it. The wards are lit, fam. Now let's send people off to all of the things. How am I only +1 on the chat plays today, chat? Come on, you gotta give me a little more props than that. I chat with you people relentlessly throughout this thing, except for when I'm theory crafting, where I just ignore literally everything, and I'm focused. Because it's very important like that.
The frothing waters subside.
Alright.
Advantage is ours.
So now we probably should deal with a little bit of the stress here. So let's send the dog. Let's go and whip the dog. It seems completely reasonable. Darmsteady, you can go chat to a higher power or something like that. Lewis and your brother, you can both go visit the brothel again, because, of course, you do everything together, and we have to send you into the brothel together, for the sake of how amusing it is. It's not like we're short on money at the moment, so I'm totally down with that. Let's see what we've got. Oh, sweet, we have a falconer. Awesome. We have 2 falconers. Great. I like falconers. I can actually show you them now. They're kind of fun. We've got 1 man-at-arms there. 2 men-at-arms. Okay, we can do the 4... We can do 4 men-at-arms. I think we're going to have to do that. Okay, so...
The raw strength of youth may
4 men-at-arms, absolutely.
eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Let's see if we can get anything else up to 4 for the silly plays. 4 men-at-arms, absolutely. We'll probably dump a couple of them after this run, because I don't think that we need 4 of them somehow. We've got 4 bounty hunters, which was actually surprisingly effective. We chipped away one of our Vestals because 4 was not relevant. Is there a Hound Master here? There is not, so we can't go for 4 Hound Master play. A little bit sad. What we can do, however, is take on... There is only 1 Jester as well. I'd like to be able to get them in 2s, because that way I can have 2 in the roster rotation, which is kind of what you want, and then we can just immediately bump it up to 4 and go from there. So... That's a thing. Full riposte party? Yes, it can be the full... It can be full riposte, absolutely. So what I think we should do here... I definitely think we should probably grab ourselves a... We could get ourselves a Leper. We could do the Leper 2 Witch Doctor play, because that's pretty good. And then we've filled our roster again, even with the Expanse. I think we should probably take a Falconer. Falconer with a fear of beasts. What a thing. What a thing indeed. I think that one is actually standing in a little bit better stead. We'll take a Falconer because I like them. Now we're full of people, so next run we're going to need to kind of... we're going to need to prune the ranks a little bit. I want to keep 4 Crusaders though, because Deus Vult. Why would we not want to do that? Okay, so we've got a couple of people that we need to be renaming here. We have... hopefully, do these guys look the same? No, we can't have that. This is the use of having all of the palette expansions over here. Look at that, it's great. We can have everyone look a little bit different. There you go, they actually all look different now. Sweet. Okay, so we have 2 men-at-arms. Chat. Chatly chat. Who is going to take the, who is going to volunteer as tribute for the Men-at-Arms party? Quite possibly the most homoerotic of parties. 4 Men-at-Arms. Men. Very manly men. Bearded men. With very strong hands. Absolutely. Do we even have enough people in this to make it happen? I don't think we do. Call one of them a coon. How about no? Apparently there are many calls for Weird Uncle. Yep, he is the Weird Uncle, because of course. Rake Job, that would be more fitting maybe for an abomination, a joke abomination game anyway, so it's a thing. How is this not the funniest stream? Yes, 2 streams ago we were doing a lot of sex jokes, of course we were. There was also the Deus Vult stream. There's a lot of funny and stupid shit that happens around here. Name each one a member of YMCA. What you mean name them after the 4 guys from... Oh, who wrote that? I can't remember the name of that band. It's completely gone out of my head. Village People. That was it. I was thinking Pet Shop Boys. No, it wasn't Pet Shop Boys. Village People. I should name them after each after each one of the Village People. That could be hilarious. But then Bullet and Lady would also then have lost their things. So they would have lost their names in favour of that. But I think for the sake of it, it could be very, very fun. I'd have to remember which ones were which, though. I think that would be easy to go by on the levels. And just remember what the abilities they have and what they look like. But, I maybe we can. I'm going to have to look up their names now because I don't know them. Hamlet people. That would be a thing. Weren't village people the hot shit when you were a teen? Yes, but that doesn't mean that I know their names. So who are the members? Who were the original members? That's the thing I can't remember. Let's see who. Members. Who were the original? 2, 3, 4. Oh, there were 6 people apparently. There were many people playing many different characters. Oh dear. So who was... Because there were 5 people in the original thing. So... What can we name... We could actually do this. I would have to miss out one of them. That would make me kind of sad. But, yes. Maybe this is a... Maybe this is a thing that has to be done. I think we're going to have to pick the shortest names. Okay, sorry to all of you people who were previously men-at-arms. You will get your names back. But for now, we have to do this. So, we've got choice out of the cop, played by Victor Willis. We've got the Native American, played by Philippe Rose. The GI by Alex Briley. The biker by Lee Mouton. And the worker by Mark Musler. And the cowboy by Dave Forrest. What of those things is most like the people that we've got here? So I think it's pretty safe to say that we've definitely got someone who's kind of copy. Oop, you gonna actually do this? Victor Willis. That's our cop. We've got none of these guys are really Native Americans. GI, absolutely. So Alex Briley, because that was the GI guy. We've got what next? Bikers. Do these guys really strike as bikers? A little bit. Workers and cowboys. I think we've got to go with a biker and a worker. So we've got the worker, which is Mark Musler. And the perpetually triggered bullet is going to instead be after the biker, Lee Mountain, however the fuck you do that. So there we go. We now have 4 men-at-arms, the most homoerotic party imaginable, named after 4 of the original village people. This is in no way going to be the most homoerotic run imaginable. So what are we going to send them against? Do I really trust them going up against a boss? The answer is no. So we're going to have to just do a regular dungeon, probably a short dungeon. There are no short dungeons. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I think we're going to go with that. Because maybe we can get out of there kind of quick with 3 things. It's even called the Men at Work Party. Oh boy, the Men at Work, 4 men-at-arms, the most homoerotic party imaginable, called the Men at Work. All of them are named after members of the village people. Brilliant. Absolutely. Why the hell not? What could we maybe do? We could maybe do the crew. Maybe. We could maybe do that. No, I only trust them to do a regular dungeon that doesn't matter if we fuck up. Okay, so we need to now consider abilities. Abilities. Okay, so Bullet probably want up front, because he's our... Okay, people up front. We need all of them, the front 2 to have Crush, definitely. Wasn't Men at Work a band? Possibly. I don't know. I shall quickly check. Yes, Men at Work was a band, formed in Melbourne in 1978. So, yes, there you go. Men at Work is also another band. So, hang on. Hang on a minute. Was Men at Work a 4-person band? Because then we could give them even more accurate names. No, it wasn't. How very unfortunate. We're sticking with the Village People theme, though, because why not? Okay, so up front. Probably won't need Bellow up front. Probably Rampart, actually. And we can rotate them, and we can rotate the front two and Crush relentlessly. So the back guys, Crush won't be very useful. We could use Oh, actually, we could do Crush Ramparts. Retribution and Defender. Like, for all of those guys. And they could just basically rotate between Rampart and Crush. That could work. And the back guy has to be full buffs. So, Defender, Retribution, Command, Bolster. I kind of would rather the back guy had Bellow and could just spam that. Because that'll give our opponents minus dodge and minus speed. I think that would be kind of useful. Although, for guard. Okay, chat. Chat, theorycraft this with me for a second. What happens if we put guard on every single one of these people as a rotation? Would that just result in an endless, forever guard situation? I don't know. I must test this. We must find out. For science. Clearly. This could be potentially absolutely hilarious. Okay, everyone needs to have guard. So, oh god, I can't remember what position everyone was in. Can we end up maybe in a potential forever guard situation? If so, that will be hilarious. Okay, everyone's got guard. So, front person, retribution, probably don't need cover. The front two people, so Lee Mouton, formerly Bullet, needs to have a Rampart. So you need a Rampart. Yep, so that'll be our front two guys with Rampart. See, chat, this is why we've got to do stupid ass gimmicks. We've got to see if these things work. Okay, so the front two guys are going to be rotating between Crush, Rampart, Defend, and Retribution. This other guy, third position. Bellow, Guard, Retribution, and maybe Command? Maybe Bolster. Spam lots and lots of Bolster so everyone just dodges, like, forever. So who was our position? I can't even remember. It was you, I think. Oh, it's really annoying because I can't remember what position. Okay, so that's Bellow, Defend, Retribution, Bolster. So lots of dodge for everyone. Full Retribution Guard party, absolutely. And then the back guy just spams Retribution, Defender, and just then spams Bolster and Command. I would really like to have maybe more Bellow, but we'll see. We'll see, chat. I don't think you can guard someone who is guarding. Maybe? I don't know. This is why we've got to try it. I don't know. And frankly, I don't care if someone else has already done this. I want to do it myself. That's part of the fun of all of these things. Okay, do we even really give a shit about... I'm not sure I do. I just kind of want to launch on into this and see what happens. We're going to do that. We're going to launch on in and see what happens. We will treat this with some degree of seriousness, but it's also very silly for a reason. Okay, we're gonna see if we can have an endless guard retribution cycle. Maybe. Could be hilarious. I'm also going to take a quick moment to, there we go. Okay, so hopefully there will now be less spam. Okay.
Steal their food.
Curio quest location. Okay, we're going this way. And we're going to get into a fight, and we're going to see what happens. Quite right, chat. Part of the scientific method is being able to reproduce results for yourself. Okay.
Now it must be carried home.
All of the guard! Forever guard cycle. Oh, this is going to be so good with Rain of Whips or whatever that guy's ability is. He's going to get retributed to death. Like 4 retributions. Okay, I think we can't have... Okay, I think we need to set up retribution on everyone first. So everyone gets the retribution buff, and then we try and cycle the guard. Because if, and it's a big if, we go full-on forever cycling crazy... Oh, you can't use retribution in position 4! Shit, okay. Okay, let's begin the guard. Okay, we're gonna have to go straight for the guard. Okay, so that guy's guarding him. He's gonna guard him. Okay, we need to do this as a cycle. So 1 to there. He needs to guard him. He needs to guard him. And then he needs to guard him. Okay, so you need to guard him. Oh no, it removes the buff. Oh, that's so sad. That's kind of a shame. For science, we failed. We failed for science. So the person in position 4 really needs to have bellow. I didn't actually mean to click that there. That was the wrong button. I wanted to look at his abilities. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're gonna be fine. Okay, let's just, I believe, set up... You've got retribution, so you need to guard someone. That'll get rid of the guard buff as well. So there we go. Although it does leave the extra prop bonus on. That's actually kind of insane. So even though it removes... Even though it removes the guard buff, it still leaves the prop buff on them. That's actually really quite strong. Huh. Interesting. Yes, please. Okay, I think the actual way to win this is everyone just turn on retribution. Except for the person at the back, who they need to just spam buffs. Probably the dodge buff. So that when things swing at them, they actually miss and then get like 3 retributions. So all of you guys, the front 3 dudes, all of you get retribution. If this guy swings at all 4 of them, he will fucking die horribly. So what we want now is bolster for dodge, because that makes it less likely they're going to get hit. And even when they get swung at... Oh, that was beautiful! It's so coordinated! It is a thing of absolute beauty! Do we want to bolster even more? Yes! Yes, let's do this! Forever bolster! Okay, yes, let's do this. Turn retribution on everyone and then just bolster, 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 bolster. And the front 2 guys can swing with their maces every so often. I think that's going to be the way of doing it, and just let the enemy fucking kill themselves on a wall of shields. I couldn't help but notice your retribution has gone down. Turn it back on. Give everyone some dodge so that when they're swung at, they miss. Come at me, bro. Oh, this is fun. Okay, we failed with the guard daisy chain forever circle bullshit, but maximum super crazy retribution plays, absolutely. Should probably get rid of the bleed on the lower guys here. Oh, I didn't bring holy water. That was stupid. How can I even? Oh yeah, okay, this is gonna be hilarious. Okay, retribution. Next guy. Retribution. Other guy. Retribution. And give everyone the chance to dodge things, so they might not get hit. Come at me, bro! Oh, this is disastrous. I think these... That's what you want to happen. It's so coordinated, it's beautiful. When all three of them proc like that, it's actually insanely deadly. Oh, this is more hilarious than it has any right to be, frankly. We need to give that guy some food later. Basically as soon as we finish this run so he doesn't die.
Inspiration and improvement.
These village people are very good at coordinated movements, chat. They are the best. I only kind of wish we brought a lot more food with us. I suppose it's a weak bleed. It's almost as if the group's dancing. Yes. If I do a little bit of creative shuffling with the back two guys, we could have 4 retribution buffs up at once. 4. And then all of them could use it. Ah. How beautiful. Oh, look, there's a secret door down there as well. I gotta go to the secret door, my loot whore sense. Just, I need to. This is hilarious. This is by far one of the silliest but most hilarious runs which I've done so far. Out of all of the things... Ah, quest location's there. We're gonna go to the room first. But out of all of the ridiculously silly, gimmicky things which we've done, I think this one is the most entertaining so far. This is absolutely hilarious. Yes, chat, you can hear the massive boner in my voice, because this is great. This is hilarious. You are not taking that away from me. You shall never take away from me how amusing I find this. I could give the guy at the back Rampart to move forward one, but can you use Rampart from position 4? No, you can't use Rampart from position 4. So that's kind of unfortunate. This party is OP. I disagree, because it completely lacks healing. So this party, you'd have to bring so much food with you in order to make this work. From a healing perspective, and even then they'd just be like, oh, I'm full now, so... See, they're just... So it's not overpowered because of that, but, Oh, there wasn't even a battle in here. Okay, that's kind of disappointing. So this party works great on really short dungeons, because of the lack of healing, and you can't sort of, you can't just endlessly eat to get your health back. So that's a thing, but that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that because of how stupid that was. We can absolutely improve on that by... We don't need to have guard. Much as I like guard for being able to stack the prot on everything, but I don't think that would be a thing. Switch out position 4 for a Vestal. Yes, I could do that, actually. But then it wouldn't be 4 men-at-arms then, and that's what makes it so hilarious. If you put a Vestal in here, is it a thing? It's not. It's not a thing. It's not a thing with 4 Vestals. Or with 3 men-at-arms and 1 Vestal. It's not a thing, buddy, so we can't do it. Or maybe we can. I don't know. But I think that would make it very effective, and it would just be the 3 Retribution party. Because I don't think there's any way that we have, apart from manually swap, Retribution, manually swap back. And just rotate those last 2 guys between swapping and Retribution. That would be crazy, I think. And then just anything that's got an AoE attack is just boom, 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 boom. It's like, it's insane. That's really fun. Anyway, I think we need to, is there anything in here that I actually want? No. I could get many Falconers if I wanted. But that was fun. That was hilarious. Try 3 men-at-arms and all sorts of other things until I find something. Maybe. I doubt 3 men-at-arms with anything else is going to be an actual thing. I really doubt that it will be. No. No, we already tried that. No. No. Nope. Nope. I think it is just men-at-arms that makes it a thing. Anyway, we need to do a boss fight or something like that, so I should probably do either that or call the stream now because time is getting on. So what ho, dear chat? I suppose it's been an hour and a half. We can do one more run. I want to put back the names of a couple of the people, though. So we can have them as they were. It was just for the sake of fun that we had to name them after the village people. And I actually remember who was who. There we go. As for these 2 guys, I don't know what... 3 men-at-arms and 1 mangina, is that modern porn? Very potentially. Very potentially. I didn't forget to increase the roster size. The roster size is 36, which is as big as it's going to be. Because I have a mod in it for making it that large. I could go in and mod it myself and make it even bigger than that, which I might do, maybe. But I think 36 heroes is pretty good. Pretty good, gotta be honest. It does mean that we can't obviously just have like 4 of literally everything, which kind of makes me a little bit sad. Maybe I'll get another mod. Maybe I'll remove that one and put one in which gives you even more. Or I'll just edit the mod myself and just put it in so at the maximum level it's like 100 slots. And then we can actually just have like literally everything. Just have 4 of every single class. And then we can make any combination that we want. But the problem with that is going to be when we go into the courtyard here and the Crimson Curse becomes a thing. Because when that becomes a thing, well, shit's going to hit the fan. We're going to have like 100 people with, or probably at least half of them with it. So, you can mod stuff yourself like you're able to program. No, but you can actually just go... There is, like a file, I don't know if it's a game ini file or something like that, an INI, but, there is a file that you can just go into and you literally just change a number. That's it. That's all you need. So, yeah, I could probably do that. I might have to get a program or something to open that kind of file, but yes, you can do that. Any game which is moddable on the workshop like that has the ability to change files somehow, so that's a thing. We should keep Mark Musler. Okay, we will keep Mark Musler. I will have you know, chat, I am not too old to be a cool kid. I'm one of those... I'm the cool uncle type who is in no way weird. Clearly. Which basically means I'm one of the cool kids as an adult. It's awesome. Because, you know, I'm totally down with the kids. I know what's hip and what's funk and what's jive and yeah. I know what's cool and with it, I'll have you know. Alright. We need to do one more run. What are we going to do? Kind of fancy taking on a boss. Not really sure which boss I want to take on. Wizened Hag or a Sodden Crew? Wizened Hag or a Sodden Crew? Wizened Hag just drops more of everything, so we'll probably go for that. We will probably go for that. So we'll sort them out by class. Let's see what we got. So we're going to need some sort of damage up front. What kind of healer do we want? What kind of healer indeed? I'm thinking either Vestal or Occultist. Although this battle does a lot of psychological damage, so maybe taking a Flagellant healer with Endure, putting that as position 4, and then having a Jester position 3 to manage the stress. Or a Houndmaster position 3 to also deal with the stress. That could be a potential. Or we run... we either run a Vestal and a Jester, or an Occultist and a Jester, or a Flagellant and a Jester. Gotta admit, I've been playing around a lot with position 3 and 4 Flagellants, and I've had quite a lot of fun with them actually. But you need to kind of give them some bleed resist, because Reclaim, like, it only causes him to bleed though, so Why did I give all those abilities to Mangina? He can't go on this mission. I should have given them to Thomasine. I'm an idiot. That's what you get for not thinking. Not that it really makes a whole lot of difference. So I think we might do that. Have maybe a position 4 Flagellant. And then you just basically spam Reclaim in every fight so that it just builds up. Or we could go a bleed party. Yes, chat, we could do that. But if we do that, we kind of don't really have as much healing on the Flagellant. We would do something like that. It might not be such a stupid idea, actually. Because up front, he'll take a lot of damage. He can exsanguinate if it's only him that's low, and if it's him and someone else, you can do that. And it would then give us all of the bleeds, and the bleed resist lower. But we're going into the Cove, where things have a naturally higher bleed resist. I can't see that being such a huge problem, though. Because we've got the ability to lower bleed resist. Okay, so we do that. Hellion position 2, maybe, or position 1. If it bleeds, that. Probably want Adrenaline Rush instead. Because extra damage and get rid of blights and bleeds. Okay, we'll go with that. And then... it was Jester Houndmaster for the maximum bleed party, I believe. But you kind of need Jester position 3. Then this leaves us with very little healing. I suppose just 3 people. 3 people with bleeds could be good. And then run... which do I want to run? An Occultist or a Vestal? I do like occultists. But I also like Vestals. I suppose the Flagellant will give us really big nuke heals with Redeem and Exsanguinate if necessary. So we can kind of get away with having a Vestal for this, I think. Other than that, we just kind of stack bleeds and murder things and deal with all of the stress problems, and it should be great, in theory. Alright, let's go with that. Let's check that everyone is up to date on all of their skills and armor. Let's send them over to the blacksmith. Gotta make sure you're all up to snuff, boys and girls. There we go. Makes life so much easier. Alright. Let's go and touch the sodden crew. After we equip some trinkets, of course. So, extra bleed chance? Yes. Flagellant? Yes. Bleed resist when you're low. Plus 20 bleed skill chance. That sounds terrible. Let's maybe not do that. Because I think that will affect himself as well. See if there's anything that resists. Plus 20 bleed resist. I think that's going to be the thing. Extra bleed skill chance and bleed resist. Yeah, I think that'll be the thing, because that way he won't get the horrendous bleeds if he has any sorts of problems with low health. Okay, extra healing, because of course, and there was one of these which gave extra healing as well. Plus 20% stress, yes, but we've got a Jester, so we should be able to stay more or less on top of that. What do we want the Jester to have? And 15% healing, 30%. I'd rather that. Much bigger heals. Can we give the Jester anything particularly useful? Accuracy for melee skills? Sure, why not? Bleed skill chance? Yes. Why not? Because we need to make everything bleed. And we're against enemies which naturally have kind of a bleed resist built in. Do we have anything straight up melee damage for our Hellion here? Could give a 20% prot and bonus stress. We do have the dude to manage the stress. I think that might actually not be such a stupid idea. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll give her the extra prot. Alright, double check everyone's abilities. That's what needed. Bleed and buffs, yep. Attacks and bleed and heal, bleed and heal. 2 attacks, bleed and buff. Yep, okay. We're gonna go and murder this thing now. Stock up on this and that. Cove. I know there's things that involve shovels. Take a couple of keys just to make sure. There are things that require holy water and herbs. Other things that require bandages? Not that I immediately remember. I think this should then be sufficient. Probably this would be the round to take Laudanum because of debuffs from the boss. I'm trying to remember if the boss does debuff things. Who cares? We'll take a crack at it.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments.
Alright, chap. Let's make it all happen.
By a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor.
Make all of the things happen. All of the murder of stupid pirates. And people who want to be pirates. And people who look like pirates. And people who are trying really hard to look like them and be them. Fuck those people. We're gonna go and murder them. It's gonna be great. See, step in a trap, dodge it anyway. Come on, Broseph. Don't be like that. I really need to treat the kleptomania of some of my people. I've completely forgotten about that. Oh well, who cares. Makes the game more fun. There's a battle there. There's a battle there. If I go this way, there's 3 battles. If I go this way, there's 1 battle. I'm going to go this way. Because I want to avoid as many battles as possible before going to the boss. We are just going straight to the boss fight. Want to have as little shit in the way as possible. I don't want to risk going into this half-cocked. I will... When I go into things, I don't go in half-cocked. I go in full-cocked. Ladies. And gentlemen, I suppose. Maybe. I don't even know anymore. Alright, let's get the heals go, and let's get all of the bleeds. You think you guys are, like, resistant to bleeds and shit like that? Nah, you're not. You're still gonna get them. Bleeds everywhere. Ha 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 ha. This is gonna be really good against the boss, actually. We'll just nuke down his bleed resist, and then that's gonna be it for him.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
These things are by far the most annoying enemies in this area. Just they have such massive damage output. They are really quite potent.
Death by inches.
Let's just nuke some guys a little bit. Hopefully we can get them to bleed out. That guy's gonna... He won't bleed out, and neither will he. Yeah, of course they won't. Of course they won't bleed out.
The enemy crumbles.
Yes, I am very much stroking my theory crafting boner today. That's all I do in this game. Theory craft really stupid things and then see if they work. I really want to do that Men-at-Arms party again. I think we can... I want to do that and the Deathwatch party again, because I really do think that we could make those more efficient. Not necessarily, like, viable as, like, a sort of, oh, just run this and you'll win the game sort of thing, but definitely in a sort of, you know, you can play this, it won't necessarily be totally terrible, and, yeah, go from there sort of thing. Like, get it as optimized as it could possibly be. Really? You guys love leaving things alive with 1 HP. I wish you'd stop doing that. It's very annoying. I think this is going to be the last run, though, and then next stream I'll do more of the Men-at-Arms and more of the Deathwatch, and probably another Deus Vult run, because Deus Vult. Like, how can you not love that run? It's great. I don't think it's not as fun as the four Men-at-Arms run. 4 Men-at-Arms run, I think, is the most amusing one so far.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
The triple Abomination Hound Master Play, it was good, but it's not fun. It's not, like, silly funness. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I want stupid gimmicks which are kind of silly and fun. Like, that's basically sort of what I'd like to do in a lot of games. Just, you learn how to play them, you learn how all the things work, and then you're just like, how can I make this silly to the point of ridiculousness where it will actively hamstring my performance, but I want to just see if it'll work.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it
Yes, we can potentially remove your kleptomania now. That would be great. Fear of beasts, of course. Of course that's the one that we remove. Let's launch some stuns, just to avoid anyone hitting things. We fail, but oh well. You call that a bleed? That is a bleed. That is a bleed. This is also a bleed. So step aside, scrub. Don't think that guard is going to help you. You're still going to bleed. all of the bleeding. Maybe we should just give them more bleeds. Especially the big guy. Because they have all of the prop. We can just make them bleed out instead. Way more effective.
The ground quakes.
Let's top everyone off a little bit more on the HP front. Smack that thing up the back there. Alright. Okay, it's 4 against 1. I think we might be okay, chat. Okay. You can't really do anything useful there, so just buff everyone. Make everyone awesome. You give him a nuke, he'll die from there, easy. Easy game, easy life, chat. That's how we go. And I'm gonna shove a shovel inside this clam. I don't have one. Damn. Was it herbs or anti-venom that you use otherwise? Okay, I can't remember. You can try holy water, I guess. Does nothing. Yeah. I know it's a shovel, and I think it's anti-venom as well that you can use on that. I know herbs work, but... Alas, we... Oh, we do have herbs. I went fucking blind for a moment there.
Unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Oh. I'm just not paying attention at the moment. This is the thing, I've been doing this for too long, my brain has now ceased to work properly. That's a sign that I should probably, like, wind the stream down at some point, and also a sign that I probably need to go and lift. Because, you know, gotta lift. Gotta get fucking swole. That's what it's all about, chat. Gotta be fucking huge so you can crush the skulls of your enemies. See, you murder all of the people, you do all the horrible things in the video games, and then you make sure that you're capable of doing all the horrible things in life as well. It's great. I know you use a shovel for that thing, chat, I just don't have it. I do not have a shovel, so... I can't use an item that I don't have.
Give them no quarter.
It is shovel and anti-venom. Yeah. I just can't remember if it was herbs or anti-venom. No, it was anti-venom. Oh well. Things that I do not have, I cannot use. That's life. Make the jellyfish bleed, because that's a thing that jellyfish can do. They can bleed. Will that guy bleed out? No, but we can hit the jellyfish. Yeah. Kind of don't want to heal him. I actually want him to just exsanguinate this thing. Of course you resist. Of course you do. Oh, you're going to regret that. You are going to be drained dry. And then you're going to die. So let him bleed, boys. Is it unlocked? Yes, it is.
But a victory nonetheless.
Now, I am 99... Well, I'm actually 100% certain that the boss is there. Because, well, we've uncovered everything else. Let's camp. Get all of our awesome, amazing buffs. We will feast, because we have no reason not to. Sort out the stress for these two people. Let's see what awesome buffs we can get. Prevent nighttime ambushes, that will be kind of important. None of that is actually useful here. Revel, let's not do that. That's going to be really handy. Lots of accuracy and damage, because of course it is. Really helpful for a position 1 character. Sanctuary I think we're going to have to do, because fuck nighttime raids, they're stupid. Tiger's Eye, extra accuracy and crit. I'm kind of tempted to give that to the Hellion, although she's already got extra accuracy and damage. The crit chance, maybe not so much, is useful. I don't really want to stick all my eggs in one basket, so I think I'll give that to the Flagellant. Otherwise, what else can we do? We can remove his stress by 50. It's either have someone remove someone's stress by 15 or have him go down to, like, no stress. Thing is, you kind of want him to get a little bit stressed because of the buffs that he gets as he gets more stressed. So I think, actually, what we'll do is we'll lower the stress on the Hellion, leave the Flagellant a little bit higher, and hopefully he'll get to the point of being stressed enough that he'll end up with all the crits and damage and no dodge ability, and he'll be great.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are
And now we're going to go and touch a bunch of
made clear.
salty people, and do what I do best to people who are made salty by things, and absolutely destroy them.
Wealth beyond measure.
Not sure if I would define a torch as wealth beyond measure. I'd say it's very easy to measure. It's a torch. That is the value that it has.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders, and the crew.
Alright, let's make all the murder happen. Really, bro? Really? Why you gotta be like that? Bollocks. Move to the front, and then we'll just have you move back, and then we can swap the Hellion into position 1 at some point. Kind of an inefficient thing to do, but we needed it to be done. Move abilities are literally the worst thing ever. Okay, you need to die. That's going to be easy enough. Smack it. And then this thing, we'll beat him around the place once everyone's free to move. There we go. Alright. We can probably stack some bleeds, or we can buff people. I'm kind of in favor of buff. Just keep it up, just every 3 rounds, give everyone a little bit of an extra touch like that. And then we just stack bleeds. Alright, let's make it happen. It's round 3, we haven't applied a... Good. Alright, let's start stacking the bleeds. We've gone for 3 rounds and we've not started making this guy bleed. That makes me sad.
A singular strike.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Well, you could probably just keep beating him down now. You can probably ignore that little guy, actually. Just go straight for the pummel. Let's do that. Even if he uses his little, oh, you're now in chain, derp, 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 you know, who cares? We're going to make you bleed like hell. It's only going to do psychological damage, so, I mean, the debuff is nice, but not the end of the world. You're immobilized, but you can still swing, so who cares? We will just stack up the bleeds. Oh no, because that ability heals him, of course it does. I completely forgot about that mechanic. We'll have no more of that, thank you very much.
Devastating blow.
Now we will continue... So many bleeds, 10 damage, that's crazy. Because he has multiple turns as well. You kind of like get to double dip with the bleeds. It's insane. Anything that has more than 1 go per round like that, bleeds and blights. Brilliant way to deal with them, because you get, like, double value out of it. It's kind of like the alien bosses in XCOM 2, they get like a round in between each one of your heroes, as opposed to your team goes, then their team goes. So they get one move in between each one of your heroes' moves, so you give them poison or set fire to them or something like that, take loads of damage. Same principle. Easy game. Easy life. Well done, chat. You achieved things with all of the bleeding. Like the masochistic, sadistic fucks that you are.
A fresh irritant, the sum.
Alright. We should probably sort out some of the problems that we've got with these people. I'm gonna sort out your compulsiveness. And who was the other dude? Who was our other klepto? We've got a lot of kleptos, apparently. It was one of these guys. Yeah, Cole is one, Zera's another. We're going to treat Zera's first, because, you know, you really did engage with it. Yep, let's get an extra slot. Zera, you go in there. Let's deal with your kleptomania, buddy. Far too much of your mother in you, if, you want the honest, buddy. Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting in the, thing. There is a Houndmaster. Okay, that means we've got potential 4 Houndmaster plays next round, which is good. So next time we can do a 4 Houndmaster run. We'll have to get rid of someone somewhere. Not sure who, but we can do that. Probably maybe one of our working men. I don't really know. Or maybe I will just have to expand the roster even more, and that would be hilarious until the Crimson Curse happens, and then everything goes to hell, and I am sad. But I think for now I'm going to leave that where it is, because it's been like 2 hours, chat. You've got all of the things that you could have won. You've had like 2 hours of fun and stupid and gimmicky nonsense. So yeah, there you go. We're gonna say that that's probably it. I should really also invest in this blood bank here. I could actually get that. Start stocking up the blood reserves, because those are really, really important when you unleash the Crimson Curse. So I should do that. Probably get the bank as well. That's just what I've done in the other game. I've just rushed the vintners and rushed the bank, and then it's like, okay, that's great. Although this round, we're doing really well on money in this game, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, the thing with this game is, like, between 50k, 100k, 200k, anything beyond about 50 or 60, it's, like, immaterial. Because you're never going to be spending that much money in one go anyway, so I think that should be our priority. Get that up. I could trade in to get the busts to do it, but we can farm a little bit. It gives us an excuse to try out more of the gimmicks. That's part of what's making this a little bit more fun. What's making the grind a bit more variable is just all of the crazy gimmicks and stupid shit that we're doing, so that kind of covers the grind a little bit. It makes it feel a bit less like you're smacking your face into a brick wall or something like that, so that's fun. We can do the things. We can do the safety dance, and you can dance if you want to, and all of that sort of stuff. Just like we did with the many, many men-at-arms. Oh yes, we're going to be revisiting that one with a slightly improved strategy, because that was hilarious. And Deathwatch as well. We will redo both of them the next time I do this, I think, because that's going to be pretty entertaining stuff. So I'm going to leave it there, chat. Fare thee all very well, and I hope that something only moderately psychologically damaging happens to you. It's kind of what this game makes me think of things. Yep. Stops you from being nice. Everything is bleak and horrible. There you go. I hope that you are only moderately mentally destroyed by our new Cthulhu Overlord and various other things. Fare thee well, chat!